Good morning, students. Today we'll do English literature. Before we begin with this lesson number 1, I want everyone to keep their English literature textbook in front of them. Turn to chapter number 1, a surprise, and hold a pencil in your hand. You can pause the video till then. You get ready. Okay, a surprise. A surprise is written by Louisa May Alcott. Louisa May Alcott. She was born on 29th May 1832 and she died on 6th March 1888. She was an American novelist as well as a poetess. Now, a surprise is a story of Jo March. She was a lovely young person who wished to be a writer so that she can earn money to become independent and to share the responsibility of running the household and helping her younger sisters. So, one day she submitted 2 of her stories to a newspaper editor. This chapter is one of the episode of her life where she wrote she had written 2 manuscripts and she went to the editor, and how it got published in the how the article got published in the newspaper. So let's see this particular episode of her life. Turn to page number 1. A Surprise by Louisa May Alcott. I'll read the first paragraph, then I'll explain you all. Jo sat on the old sofa writing busily with her papers spread out upon a trunk before her. Scrabble, the pet rat, strolled on the beams overhead, accompanied by his oldest son. Jo scribbled away till the last page was filled. Then she signed her name with a flourish and threw down her paper, exclaiming, there, I have done my best. If this won't suit, I shall have to wait till I can do better. Lying on the sofa, she read the manuscript. So the first paragraph is talking about Jo. Now in the picture you can see that Jo is sitting on the sofa and she is writing on a piece of paper. So the first paragraph is describing what Jo is doing. She is sitting on the sofa and she is writing on the paper, and you can see few papers are lying down on the floor as well as on the trunk. Now this trunk was used in the olden days, okay, to a large rigid piece of luggage used usually for transporting like clothing and personal things. Okay, in the olden days people used to carry their things if they used to travel in such kind of trunk. So here she has kept the papers on the trunk and few papers are lying on the floor. Now Scrabble, the pet rat, just overhead, just above Jo, you can see 2 rats over there. So one is the father and one is the oldest son. Father's name is Scrabble. Oldest son means what? The eldest one. Now Jo was writing busily, like she was writing till the last page was filled. So she was keep on writing and writing till she finished the last page. And once she has finished the last page, what she did, she signed her name. She wrote her name, she signed it, and she kept the pen down. And she was telling herself that she has done her best. Okay, and if this does not work, then she will keep on writing unless and until she becomes better. Now what happened, once she has finished writing the whole manuscript, what she did, she kept the pen down and she started reading the manuscript again. Now underline the word manuscript. Manuscript means what? It is the book before, it is that book or it is a handwritten book or article before it gets printed. Okay, the original version of the book or article before it gets printed is known as manuscript. Underline the word manuscript. So it's how after you finish writing the examination paper, you go through the question answer paper once again to see that whether you have written everything properly or not, whether you have put the punctuations correctly or not, whether the spellings are right or not, whether the answer is up to the mark or not. You go through. Once you finish any kind of particular work, you just go through the entire work to see, to cross check whether whatever you have attempted is correct or not. In the similar manner, what Jo is doing, Jo, once she has finished writing the manuscript, she kept the pen aside and she started reading the manuscript very carefully to see whether she has written everything perfectly or not. Okay, children? Now, turn to page number 2. First, I'll read and then I'll explain. Now, what happened when she was reading? Sometimes you all also do know, you all underline the important points. You highlight sometimes important word or some kind of important phrases or sentences. In the similar manner, Joe was making dashes. Dashes means what? She was putting underline wherever it was needed. And along with the underline, she was putting the exclamation points also. You know what is an exclamation point? You put in a you make a standing line and a dot below. So when she was putting all these dashes and exclamation point, it was looking like those small little balloons, which looked like a little balloons. Then she tied it up with a smart red ribbon and sat a minute looking at it with a wistful expression. Then Jo picked up another manuscript from her desk and, putting both in her pocket, crept quietly downstairs. Now over here, once she had finished writing the manuscript, what Jo did, she started reading the manuscript again. Okay. Then when she was reading it, she was making she was putting making the dashes. She was underlining the important points, and wherever there was a need for exclamation mark, she was putting those exclamation mark. Then after putting when she was putting those exclamation marks, it felt like small balloons she was drawing on that manuscript, on the article. Then after she read the entire manuscript, what she did, she tied up those papers, those loose paper, with a smart red ribbon. Okay. And then she was looking, after tying the paper, she sat down and she was looking at that article which she had written with a wistful expression. Wistful means what? Like she don't know whether it's going to work or not. She had tried her best, but she don't know whether the editor to whom she is going to submit the script, will he accept it? Will he find it interesting? Is he going to like it? So there was a lot of questions which was going on in her mind. So that's why she was sitting and looking at that manuscript. Then what happened? She got up from the sofa and she pulled out. She picked up another manuscript from her desk and, putting both in her pocket, crept quietly downstairs. So after she read the manuscript which she was writing, with lot of questions in her mind, whether the editor will like it or not, what she did, she got up from her sofa, she went to the cabinet and she pulled out the from the drawer she pulled out one of the manuscripts. So in all she had two manuscripts. One was already written by her and one she was writing, which she had just finished. What she did, she took both the manuscript and she kept it in the pocket and she crept quietly downstairs. Crept means what? Underline the word manuscript. I've told you earlier also. Crept quietly. Crept means what? You're moving very quietly and very carefully so that nobody will notice you. So Jo March doesn't want her family member to she doesn't want to disclose about it right now because she was not sure whether the editor is going to publish this particular article in the newspaper or not, because somewhere down the line she doesn't want she doesn't want her family to be to feel disheartened if her or if they were knowing already about it, and if in case the editor would not have published that particular manuscript in the newspaper, her family would have felt bad. So to keep them away from that emotion, she did not say this to anyone that she is going to the editor to publish to give this to articles so that it can be published in the newspaper. So that's why what she did, she went very quietly from the stairs so that no one could notice her. Is it clear, children? Now, she put on a hat and jacket as noiselessly as possible and, going to the back entry window, got out upon the roof of a low porch, swung herself down to the grassy bank, and took a roundabout way to the road. Once there, she composed herself, hailed a passing omnibus, and rolled away to the town, looking very merry and mischievous. So now in this paragraph, the author is saying that once she came down quietly from the stairs, what she did, she put on her clothes, her hat and jacket, you can see in the picture. Then what she did, she wore that hat and jacket as noiselessly as possible without making a single sound. and going to the back entry window. From the window, what she happened, from the window she jumped on the roof, okay, of a low porch. Of a low porch. Porch means what? You have the covered, in the village you can see you have a covered structure in front of the entrance of the building. Like in the olden days, how they have two one story or two story buildings, they have. So in the on the ground floor, on the roof, they have a roof. So what she did, she, from the window she jumped from the from the window, she jumped on the upon the roof of the low porch. Then she rolled herself and she went on the grassy bank. Grassy bank means what? The garden area. And took a roundabout, and she took a way to the road. Once she reached there, she composed herself. Compose means what? She was in a very, like, she was tense because she did not want to tell anyone where she was going, and neither she wanted anyone to see her also at the same time. So that's why what happened, she was really very nervous. So she composed herself and she hailed. Hail means what? She took a an omnibus was passing by. Omnibus means what? It's same like a bus only, okay? It's not, it's like an old usage. In a previous day they used to say omnibus. It's more like a bus only. The what you call, people used to often call it as omnibus. So she took a omnibus which was going by, and she went to the town. She was very happy. At the same time she was very mysterious. Now why she was mysterious? Because she was in a dilemma. Like, she was happy that she had written both the script very nicely. At the same time she was in a dilemma that whether the editor will like it or not, whether he will print it or not. She was having, like, she was happy, at the same time she was nervous. Now in this paragraph you are going to underline the word porch, and you are going to underline the word omnibus. Now, on alighting, she went off at a great pace till she reached a certain number in a certain busy street. Having found the place with some difficulty, she went into the doorway, looked up the dirty stairs, and after standing stock still a minute, suddenly dived back into the street and walked away as rapidly as she came. This maneuver she repeated several times, to the great amusement of a black-eyed young gentleman lounging in the window of a building opposite. On returning for the third time, Jo gave herself a shake and walked up the stairs, looking as if she were going to have all her teeth pulled out. Now, okay children, on alighting. Alighting means what? After getting down from the omnibus, she went off at a great pace. Means she started walking really at a with a great speed, okay? Till she reached a certain number in a certain busy street. Means what? This particular line says that till she reached the exact destination where she wanted to go. After she found that place, okay? Having found the place with some difficulty. Difficulty means what? She was, after getting down from the omnibus, she walked, okay? She had to walk quite a long time, and with great difficulty she found that particular place, okay? Now she went into the doorway. Doorway means what? There was a building and the entrance of the building, okay? Now when she had to climb few steps, and the steps were really very dirty. So what happened? She went into the doorway. She stood at the doorway at the entrance of that building, and she started looking at those dirty stairs. And after standing stock still a minute, means for a minute she was just standing and looking at those dirty stairs. And once she finished, like after a minute, what she did, she got scared. Again what happened? She dived back into the street and walk away as rapidly as she can. Like, she was nervous. So what happened? The moment she reached over that particular place, okay, to the editor's office, now she got scared. She was waiting over there looking at those dirty stairs, and she was thinking whether to go now or not. She was in two phases of mind, like whether to go now or not. She was not having that confidence to take the first step towards the, what do you call it, the first step of the stairs. So what happened? Again she took a U-turn, and she started running as fast as quickly she can. Now this maneuver she repeated several times. This behavior she was repeating several times, like going, standing near the staircase, again running back, coming, standing near in front of that this thing, what do you call it, building, looking at the stairs, and again running back. This was going like for several times she repeated, okay? Now this movement, what she was doing, okay, this was like a person, okay, to a great amusement. Amusement means what? Like the person who was watching what Joe was doing was not knowing exactly what was wrong with her. So, to a great amusement, a black-eyed young gentleman lounging in the window of a building opposite. Now, where Joe was standing, just opposite to that building, on the other side of the road, there was another building from where one person was watching what she was doing. Okay, and he was surprised at what exactly she is doing. On returning for the third time, so Joe did this maneuver for 2 times, like going and standing in front of the building near the doorway, looking at those stairs, running away as quickly as she can. So for the third time when she returned, Joe gave a shake to herself and she said, now you have to go up. And she walked up, have all her teeth, like she walked up, okay, have all her teeth pulled out. Now what happened? The person who was standing on the like who was watching Joe from the opposite building, he thought that Joe went to the dentist, because the building where the editor's office was there, just beside that editor's office there was a dentist clinic. So the person who was watching, the young gentleman who was watching Joe, he felt that Joe went for the tooth extraction. Now, Joe, with lot of confidence, she started walking, climbing those stairs. Now, in the next lecture, there was a dentist. Now, why this confusion was created? Let me tell you. There was a dentist sign, okay, amongst other, with adorn the entrance. After staring a moment at the pair of artificial jaws, the young gentleman put on his coat, took his hat, and went down to post himself in the opposite doorway, saying with a smile and a shiver. So what happened? Once Joe entered that particular building, the gentleman who was watching Joe, he came down, he wore his hat and coat, he came down, he looked at those artificial jaws. When you go to the dentist, you will see those artificial teeth and jaws, everything is placed on the display, okay. So looking at those artificial jaws, what this young gentleman did, he put on his coat, he wore his coat and took his hat, and he went down and just stood in front of that doorway, okay, and with a smile, and he was like smiling at the same time. He was a bit concerned for Joe, like he was little bit concerned for Joe. It's like her to come alone, but if she has a bad time, she will need someone to help her home. So when he was standing over there, he was thinking that like she can manage by herself, she must have come alone and she can manage to go alone. But what if she needs someone's help? If she had a bad time, means what? While removing the teeth, if she is having a lot of pain, will she be able to manage to go home alone? So thinking all those things in his mind, he was standing over there. He was under the impression that she might need someone's help, because she might have come alone, but after removing the teeth, one might feel the pain of that. It might be a painful treatment, so she might need someone's help. So thinking keeping all this thing in his mind, he was waiting over there, so that in case she needs anyone's help, he will be there to drop her home. So in the next lecture, let us see who is this young man, and when Joe sees this particular young man, how she feels, whether she knows this particular young man or not. So till now we have come to this conclusion that this is a story about Joe, and we have seen how she went from a house to the editor's office without telling anyone at home, because she did not want because the family members loved her very much, and she did not want to make them feel sad. So before telling them the surprise, okay, that's why she wanted to keep this as a surprise, because once the articles gets printed in the newspaper, it will be of a great joy to her as well as for her entire family. So let's see in the next lecture that who is this particular person, whether Joe knows or not, whether she shares the secret to him, and how a family reacted when they came to know about what Joe has done. Whichever words we have underlined today, children, please learn those words and learn the meanings of it also. The meanings are there at the back of the at the back side of the book. Chapter wise is given. Whichever words we have marked today, please go through those, learn those spelling and the meanings as well.